Hi, let us now go through the third module of the Orion Learning Dangerous Goods Awareness course.
In this module, we shall learn about the different hazard classes and their corresponding labels.
When the Committee of Experts, or COE, was studying the dangerous goods, they found that different dangerous goods pose different hazards. Some are explosive, some flammable, some corrosive, some poisonous, etc. Depending on the risk involved, these dangerous goods were classified into 9 different classes. They are: Class 1 – Explosives, Class 2 – Gases, Class 3 – Flammable Liquids, Class 4 – Flammable Solids, Class 5 – Oxidizing Substance and Organic Peroxides, Class 6 – Toxic and Infectious Substances, Class 7 – Radioactive Material, Class 8 – Corrosives, Class 9 – Miscellaneous Dangerous Goods.
Classes 1 to 8 are named as per the nature of hazards, and all dangerous goods that could not be classified under Class 1 to 8 have been grouped into Class 9.
COE, when further studying the dangerous goods, found that even within certain classes, there are hazard variations.
For example, consider the class of explosives, which includes a number of different explosive material such as fireworks, ammunition, dynamite, plastic explosive, etc.
We therefore cannot compare the properties of a firecracker to that of a plastic explosive, and hence the COE has subdivided the main class of explosives under various subdivisions. Classes are expressed by a single-digit number, and divisions are expressed by 2-digit numbers, where the first digit corresponds to the class number and the second digit indicates the variation within the class.
Now let's look at all these hazard classes in detail. All the explosives are classified under Class 1. These are the articles having explosion, blast or projection hazard. Example: RDX, TNT, firecrackers, dynamite, ammunition, cartridges, etc. Class 1 is further divided into 6 divisions. Division 1.1 represents explosives with a mass explosion hazard. Example: TNT, dynamite, nitroglycerine. 1.2 represents explosives with a severe projection hazard. For example, detonating fuse, etc. 1.3 represents explosives with a fire, minor blast or projection hazard, but not a mass explosion hazard, like rocket propellant, display fireworks. 1.4 represents minor fire or projection hazard, includes ammunition and most consumer fireworks. 1.5 represents an insensitive substance with a mass explosion hazard, explosion similar to 1.1. 1.6 represents extremely insensitive articles which do not have a mass explosion hazard, includes improvised explosive device, that's IEDs.
Class 2 comprises of gases, which are further divided into 3 divisions. Division 2.1 – Flammable gas, for example, LPG, butane, hydrogen, etc. Division 2.2 – Non-flammable, non-toxic gas, for example, carbon dioxide, fire extinguisher. Division 2.3 – Toxic gas, for example, tear gas, chlorine, ammonia.
Moving on to Class 3. Class 3 comprises of flammable liquids and is not further divided into any classes. Example of flammable liquids are paints, liquids containing alcohol, acetone, fuels such as petrol, diesel, etc.
Moving on further to Class 4. Class 4 comprises of flammable solids, which is further divided into 3 divisions. Division 4.1 Flammable solids, for example, matches, sulfur, celluloid, etc. Division 4.2 Substances liable to spontaneous combustion, for example, white or yellow phosphorus, magnesium diamide. Division 4.3 Substances which, in contact with water, emit flammable gases, dangerous when wet, for example, calcium carbide, sodium, potassium, etc. Class 5 comprises of oxidizing substance and organic peroxides and has 2 divisions. Division 5.1 Oxidizer or oxidizing agents other than organic peroxides, for example, ammonium nitrate, which is used as a fertilizer, calcium chlorate, which is used for water treatment, etc. Division 5.2 Organic peroxides, for example, hydrogen peroxide, benzoyl peroxide, etc.
Next is Class 6, which comprises of toxic and infectious substances divided into 2 divisions. Division 6.1 Toxic substances, for example, nicotine, arsenic, cyanide, pesticide. Division 6.2 Infectious substances, example, virus such as HIV/AIDS, bacteria, used intravenous needles, medical waste, etc.
Class 7 Radioactive material such as uranium, plutonium and thorium. And this class has no divisions but is divided into 3 categories. Category 1 Low radiation. Category 2 Medium radiation. Category 3 High radiation.
Class 8 Corrosive substances, example, mercury. Acids such as sulfuric acid found in batteries, etc. This class has no subdivisions. Moving on to Class 9 Miscellaneous dangerous goods. This class has no subdivisions. Examples are first aid kits, battery-powered vehicles and devices, rafts, life-saving equipment, powerful magnets, dry ice, etc. We have seen the various classes of dangerous goods along with their divisions. We shall now briefly examine the compatibility groups. Class 1 of dangerous goods is the only class that is not only divided into divisions but also subdivided into 13 compatibility groups. Compatibility groups are denoted by alphabets accompanied with the subdivision of Class 1. Each alphabet lays down the rules for storage and transportation of different types of explosives when stored or transported together.
That brings us to the end of this module. In this module, we have learnt that there are 9 hazard classes for dangerous goods depending on the risk involved, and some of the classes are further divided into divisions. Each class and division has a definite hazard label which helps us identify dangerous goods. Thank you.